short. Otherwise, I could go on forever about Dave. To start out, Dave, I found out, graduated from high school like at Can-Do, North Dakota. So try to take that into consideration. Can-Do, Dave can do a lot, can he? The guy's pretty amazing. Dave has a lot of misunderstanding about Dave when he's bowling. There's a lot of things that happen. Dave gets a little wild, a little crazy sometimes. And so, anyway, we just kind of go with his antics because we know how good he really is. And Dave means well. When things are bad, it's all about Dave. It's not about us. When it's good, it's all about us. So I got a couple stories with Dave. We were practicing one time for the USBC shot out of Wecos. And Dave was kind of getting on everybody. Come on, we all got to play that same line. We're going out there, we got to play that same line. We got to burn that shot up. So like, okay, Dave, where you hitting? Well, we're going to try to hit like board 7 out there. Okay. Well, as soon as you can hit it, maybe we can hit it. So Dave goes, well, what do you mean? I go like, well, you're hitting like board 9. No, I'm not. Okay. So Dave goes, I'll put a couple dimes out there. So he puts a dime on both lanes. Dave missed both times. So, to get things going again, I have another story with Dave. We're bowling at Westside. And Dave had missed it, in the 10th frame, had missed a shot and their team ended up losing. So, I'm heading outside. Of course, Dave's been out there for a little bit already. I open the door and I go out there and here's Dave's trunk, it's open. Here's Dave, 30 feet from his trunk. Here's the balls. Perfect shot, I might say. Oh, does he throw a lot of strikes? Yes, he does. And he's good with the bowling balls, too, in his trunk. Anyway, I have many, many stories with Dave. Those are just a couple of them that I've always enjoyed a lot. And Dave has given his team just many, many scores and helped us through many things. And he's just been an awesome bowler. So anyway, I'd like to really thank Dave for bowling on our team. I really appreciate it. And from Craig, Lucy, you're the best. And there's one thing that Dave always does when things are going good. Swoosh. Congratulations, Dave.
My kids have been trying to get to the game tonight. They told me how to keep it short, but unfortunately I actually wrote things down this time. And it might take at least more than a couple seconds to get through this. I'd like to say it's a great honor to be selected into the St. Paul Hall of Fame. I'd like to thank Steve Sir, Mimi Cryer, for supporting and submitting my resume these past few years. Without their help, I don't think I would be up here right now. I would also like to thank the St. Paul Selection Committee for allowing me, or choosing me, I guess, to be into this prestigious Hall of Fame. I'd like to introduce my family who is sitting up front here. My daughter, Danielle. My youngest son, Derek. My second youngest son, Andrew. And my oldest, not make it tonight is up in Canada, North Dakota with an ailment that doesn't allow her to get around very well. And my dad, who passed away about 8 years ago, is, I'm sure, proud and watching from someplace beyond. The first time I picked up a bowling ball, as I moved around from town to town, I had gone through 10 different cities across Minnesota, North Dakota, and South Dakota in a matter of 10 years. Can you imagine going from 2nd grade to 10th grade and being in 10 different school systems and 10 different little towns? My grandmother and my dad were supporters of sports, so they fitted me with one of their bowling balls. A pretty gray one with blue and black stripes on it. I believe it was a rubber bowling ball back then. Of course, I didn't know the difference, but it fit. So that was kind of how I got my start into bowling as a 10-year-old. And through a lot of hard work and perseverance, and the fact that obviously I couldn't become a professional baseball player, which is kind of what I'd hoped to be at one time, I fell into the game of bowling. And through all the hard work and dedication and the number of great teammates that I've had along the way, without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. This is not an individual accomplishment. This is an accomplishment that you work with a group of individuals throughout the years to help you get to this place. And this is the ultimate goal. I'd like to thank Greg White, Ken Hollitz, Dave Olenek, Steve Sir, for giving me a start of bowling with an awesome tournament team that I'm with right now. I also like to thank Roger Blad, Jim Lindquist, who isn't with us at this time, for allowing me to get on a tournament team when I first moved out here in the early 80s. Without their support, again, I wouldn't be up here. And finally, I'd like to talk a little bit about John Cryer. This is a guy back when I was a little younger. I thought I was pretty good. Here was this young left-hander that was crossing. I guess I have some antics out on the lanes that I probably haven't always made friends with, because I get a little wild out there when things are going well and when they're not. Well, I ran across this young kid, thought he was pretty good. I guess it turned out he is pretty good. But he would be slapping off these strikes right in front of me. And I'm like, seriously? Come on. You got one strike. What's the big deal? It's like, you haven't done that before? So I kind of took offense to it a little bit. I'm like, God, I hope I catch him in a match game. I just got to show this little kid what's really going on. As it turned out, I didn't beat him a whole bunch of times. But the first time I ran into him, I did beat him. And to this day, I guess I must have left an impression on him somewhere, because he's kind of kicked my butt since then. But he did want to bowl with us, which was awesome, because I really didn't know how this guy, who was as animated as I was on the lanes, would fit in with our group. But he did, and he has fitted very well. One other guy I'd like to mention is Mike Words. He's not with us tonight. He had an injury over this past year that has kept him from being bowling competitive. But Mike was a guy that I had bowled with for years, against for years, but never with. And I thought he was a pretty quiet guy, reserved, didn't like losing, which I don't think anybody out here that's any good does like losing. But I really never got to know Mike. Well, I got a chance to bowl with him last year for a whole year, and quiet is not one word that you describe Mike Words. Very competitive, very dedicated to the game, very knowledgeable, and I'd have to say that I learned a lot from Mike, and he turned into be one of the best friends that I probably will have for the rest of my life. The game has given me that as well. I've met a lot of people through the bowling centers, through proprietors, through friends and family, and I'm very thankful to have met everybody that I crossed with, and hopefully I left an impression on